2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We hear him.
Testing.
Hello?
Testing.
The what? The water?
You ready? Well, Josh, when we chatted with you about a month or so ago, you were hoping to be back by the end of the year. What kind of held you up that you just weren't able to do it?
My oblique. It was a torn oblique. But I'm feeling good now. It was that happened originally, and then when I got here, it kind of just kept getting worse. I probably came back a little early originally, and back in February, and then just didn't really get better. So, but I'm feeling good now.
How long have you? Sorry about that. How long have you been dealing with? I know you said you were dealing with that before, but do you know when that happened? How long?
I don't know exactly. I think it was like maybe February 1st, something like early February, and then I came back, like I said, a little earlier, and just kind of flared up again. So.
Josh, if the Sabres were in the playoffs now, how close are you to being able to play?
I'd be pretty close. Yeah.
So the season ended, and you were you weren't going to make it, but it wasn't like months away either.
No, I wasn't months away. It's just something where I think if you play with that, especially at this stage of the season, then you could really mess your summer training up and skating, and I didn't think it was it was worth that, especially given my history the last couple of years not being able to train properly and things like that because of my shoulder. I thought it was important that this summer was a healthy one and one that I can not have to worry about any injuries.
They only got to see you in 3 games, of course, so I assume the conversation with Lindy and Kevin was all about this has to be a good summer so that you're ready to go in camp, and that's your mindset too, I assume, right? Is it's going to be all about the summer for you to show them what you have come September?
Yeah, it's a big summer for me. Big summer for everyone. I'm excited to just be healthy and be able to train and skate and not have to worry about anything. It's definitely a big summer. I'm excited for it.
How do you keep positive dealing with all of these issues? What keeps your head up? Because this is it's so much, and it has to be so frustrating.
Like the injuries, you mean?
Like the shoulder and now the oblique and everything.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of go one way, like, especially when you're dealing with the shoulder stuff. Like, I don't want to talk about it, but since you asked, it's either you kind of fold and, you don't really want to work that hard to come back, or, you do everything you can to get back to where you need to be and be the player you want to be. And that's, what I want to do. So, it's pretty black and white. That's really how I think about it.
Josh, when you got here, right before the trade deadline, the team was still trying to find its way, but over this last 5 to 6 weeks, they really started to get to the identity they want to play with. What were your observations, not only about just their team game, but you got to know some of the players and their skill sets and their strengths over the last 6 weeks, and how does that make you feel going into the offseason, looking ahead to the future?
Yeah, they played some really good hockey, down the stretch, and it's definitely something to build off of going into the summer. Just the consistency thing is something that obviously we want to get better at, and having a certain identity that we want to bring into every game. And I definitely think they did a great job, going into the summer to do that. I don't like sitting up here talking about it because I didn't play, so they were doing all the work, but I thought they did a good job down the stretch.
What was it like just, you run a team and a lot of new faces, play a couple of you were sidelined. Did you stick around the rink longer than you normally would when you were rehabbing? Like, how did you just kind of acclimate when you were injured, I guess?
No, I would do my rehab and work out, and that was kind of it. Was that your question, or?
Yeah, I don't know if you special and hung around or anything to get to know the guys or anything like that? But yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I moved in with Ryan McLeod, so that was great. He offered to take me in right away, so it was nice to get out of the hotel. That's not, the funnest place to be for a whole month, so I'm glad he, brought me in, and it's been great. So, yeah, a lot of dinners with guys, and just spending time away from the rink too. So, yeah, I've gotten to know everyone really well.
Josh, can you just, I want to make sure I have this right. I know there was issues that you were trying to battle through things in Ottawa. Did you suffer a specific injury, the specific oblique thing in the Detroit game? Was that a tear suffered in that game, or were you playing with something you didn't realize it was torn? How did that go?
No, it was aggravated. I had done it way before that, and then it just kind of kept compounding every game. And it wasn't bad. Like when I came back, I felt, pretty good. But I wasn't 100%. And with an injury like that, it's, the risk of coming back early is re-aggravating it. And it was just kind of accumulation of games. It wasn't necessarily just one game.
Yeah, so it was just nothing happened specifically against Detroit. It was just kind of time to shut it down and rest and see what
Yeah, it got to a point where it was. I felt like I would have been out longer, so just kind of had to pull the plug.
What do you see as the future? I mean, you've played against a lot of these guys who are now your teammates, and you've watched them now here as teammates. What do you see as the future now when you all get back here in October, trying to move forward and trying to get this team towards the playoffs?
I mean, obviously, just getting back to having a winning culture, and just something that you work towards every day. Doesn't come overnight, but I think especially the core guys and guys who've been here for a long time, I think they're fed up with losing, and I know the city is too, and the fans. So I think at the end of the day, internally, we want to change this, and we will. So it's definitely something that we'll think about all summer for sure. Thanks, guys.